Alexander Usyk posts a new video of him training, and he looks actually small for a heavyweight. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. Head over to Patreon, link in the description. You can also hit the join button underneath this video by the subscribe button to sign up for a YouTube channel membership. Same perks as the Patreon. Let's get it. You guys seen the clip at the beginning, had to change the music for copyright reasons. Usyk was joking around like he usually does, doing a kettlebell workout. And Ego Weight Watchers, aka EW, where I give you guys a look into the fighter's lifestyle before after progress pictures, especially when they have a fight coming up. So Usyk training, and I was making an observation. He looks small to me. He looks small at heavyweight. And I seen some other pictures with him before the pandemic or right when it first started, and he looked a little bit bigger. But in this particular picture, this raised my eyebrow and raised some questions. And I'm curious how Usyk is going to fare at heavyweight. Now, I respect Usyk. I like what he did at cruiserweight. You know, he won the World Boxing Super Series. He knocked out Tony Bellew, who had coming off of 2 heavyweight performances where he stopped David Haye. You know, again, Usyk won the World Boxing Super Series, Muhammad Ali trophy, and he did some good things at cruiserweight, some pretty good wins, and then winning a tournament. He has a respected amateur pedigree, but truth be told, I'm worried about Usyk at the heavyweight division. Now, I think Usyk's clever. He has he has a good ring IQ, pretty crafty, fast feet, but his size is just, I just feel in the heavyweight division, one punch can change everything. And even if you might outskill guys, one punch could, I don't even know if Usyk can take the punch. Like, when I'm looking at Usyk, I'm looking how small he looks. He looks like he's back at cruiserweight almost. And now, in this modern era of boxing, you got guys that are almost super heavyweights. They're going to all be taller than Usyk. You know, the standard for any top guy right now is probably 6'4". You know, you look at Dillian White, you look at Luis Ortiz, you look at Dominic Breazeale, you look at Wilder, you know, you look at Tyson Fury, he's a behemoth, he's 6'9". You know, AJ, Anthony Joshua, all these guys are going to be taller than him. And I got to look up Daniel DeBall, but he just overall big. So Usyk's going to be giving up height and different things like that. The other thing is his body type. And it's crazy because old media, they prematurely anointed Usyk because they want him to succeed. And they anointed him in saying he'll have a similar career and a successful career and he can surpass Evander Holyfield. I'm not quite sure about that. Holyfield is a legend. Holyfield had a hell of a chin. I still have questions about Usyk's chin. I've seen him in fights and it doesn't look like he likes to get hit. I'm not saying anyone loves to get hit, but sometimes I don't like how he reacts when he gets hit. You see what I'm saying? Kind of like Gennady Golovkin. So imagine getting hit by top level heavyweights who are outweighing you, you know, and could put you in some pretty serious and dangerous predicaments, right? And people were pushing this card that he can easily pass Evander Holyfield. If I look at Usyk's last fight, boxing is a what have you done for me lately sport, and I wasn't really impressed. He had a late replacement, a guy that's not really even top 30, a guy who hasn't really been relevant since Seth Mitchell, and I understand it was his first fight, and he got a stoppage, but it looked like it just didn't look good. He didn't look good, you know, because all things considered, late replacement, an older guy, a guy who's, you know, worn, guy didn't have much time to train. It really looked like Chaz Tablespoon got tired. It looked like he was more tired than anything, and he retired on the stool because, you know, Usyk was picking up his punch count a little bit, and he wasn't in shape to continue, so he didn't want to get embarrassed or, you know, drag it on. It looked winded. But it wasn't like a dominant tour de force performance from Usyk. And it's crazy because once again, old media was saying that Usyk could duplicate and surpass Evander Holyfield. But judging from these pictures and the videos and stuff that I've seen recently, I'm not really sure of that. I mean, I never was one of the people promoting that, but there were a lot of people with old media that was saying that. In fact, Tony Bellew, he was telling anyone who would listen that Usyk, and you'll see it on the screen, that Usyk could give Joshua a lot of problems, and he would definitely beat Deontay Wilder. But I don't see anyone saying that anymore. And again, judging from this video, I understand it's a video, and I understand it's not about bulk and brawn and size, but you got to really be real. Wilder lost his last fight, yes, but he's still a puncher. You could say Usyk has better, sharper technique or whatever. Yes, but he's still a puncher. He's still experienced. He's still bigger than Usyk. You know, at best, Usyk and Wilder will possibly weigh around the same. When is the last time we even seen Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder in there with somebody who was relatively his size? Like when Eric Molina fought him, he outweighed Wilder by 25 pounds. You look at the first Fury fight, Fury weighed like 254 and Wilder weighed 212 to 214. Massive, you know, plus rehydration, so massive weight difference. Look at the second fight. Yes, Tyson Fury won, but he's also 6'9". You have to look at Glovegate 2.0, which is sketch. And then beyond that, he had a 55 plus pound functional weight advantage just to beat Wilder, and he didn't stop him. I mean, let me correct that. He stopped him, but when I'm saying he didn't stop him, I mean he didn't brutally, violently. Because imagine if Wilder outweighed a guy. Look at the stoppages Wilder has had. Imagine if not only did Wilder have his style and his power, imagine if he outweighed the guy by 55 pounds, but he looked like the same, you know, force, the same, you know, puncher and stuff like that. He doesn't have to have a massive weight advantage. Usually guys have a weight advantage over him. So for me, Usyk versus Wilder, that'd be a crazy fight. And there was a lot of old media. There was a lot of people like Tony Bellew saying that Usyk versus Wilder would be his easiest fight. Don't get hyped because of what Tyson Fury did, because there's multiple layers to that. And I'm not going to go too far into that. But either way, Tyson Fury fights like him. He has his own frame. Glovegate 2.0, boom, 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 and a 55-pound weight advantage. More than likely, Usyk will not have a 55-pound weight advantage over Wilder, and even if he did, it probably wouldn't be good weight. I'm looking at Usyk's body, and he just doesn't look that big to me, you know, and he doesn't look like he's in like a crazy shape. I seen some pictures a while ago, and he looked like he was almost bulked out and ripped in even better shape, and then this, he looks like almost like a gym teacher or kind of fit dad. You know what I'm saying? He don't really look. And I understand it's not about being body beautiful and things like that. That doesn't necessarily win. But I don't know. I'm just curious what Usyk will have. Again, I respect his career, what he's done so far. But I think he's going to have problems with the top level guys. Like, you have to look at it. Usyk wants to get a title. And he's going to have to go through Wilder Fury 3 winner to get a title. That's both are dangerous fights, you know, no matter who wins that one. Or Joshua, unless he loses to Pulev, you know, you go through Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, at the height of it all, when he fighting Klitschko and Takam, he was weighing 255 plus. That's a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight. And we haven't even really seen Usyk. Again, he's only had one fight. So that's all I can judge him off. One fight in the heavyweight division. All that cruiserweight stuff, throw that out the window, because that don't matter. You know, even when Evander Holyfield was coming up, the heavyweight division was a bit different. You had some big guys like Tommy Morrison's and, you know, some guys who were massive punchers, but overall, the landscape of the heavyweight division, you got guys who were like, you know, I know he just failed a drug test, but Gerald Miller, who was weighing 315 fighting guys, right? You got Tyson Fury, who weighed almost 300 fighting Wilder in the rematch, you know, 270 something. He's closer to 300 than he wasn't. You see what I'm saying? You got massive puncher like Wilder, who's going to most likely outweigh, definitely be a stronger puncher. And the other thing is, Usyk is there to be hit to me. You watch his fight with Michael Hunter. That was a tough fight. I understand Michael Hunter, he nearly got stopped in the 12th round, but that was a very, very tough fight. So to me, I think those will probably be better fights for Usyk. Guys like Michael Hunter, just because he already has a win over him, so maybe he carries a psychological edge, and he's not going to be the biggest heavyweight because he just recently came up to heavyweight, but he's had some good performances. Guys like Alexander Povetkin, you know, who's fighting Dillian White, those types of fights, because Povetkin, he don't look the same off of meldonium, and he's going to be a shorter heavyweight with some mileage on him and stuff like that, and he doesn't have blazing speed or anything like that. That Usyk, you know, he has pop, but he don't have no crazy speed coming behind it. Wilder's fast. So it's funny because I don't see many people talking about Usyk and Wilder anymore, but they were real brazen and real bold. And if I'm a Usyk fan, this clip of him, I know he's just joking around and stuff, but that doesn't give me hope. I think he should probably at least acclimate some more, you know, if he wants to be safe in this division and fight who I'm saying, like the Michael Hunter rematch, you know, guys he beat like Murat Gassiev. He could probably beat a Bacoli, you know, he would be the favorite versus Bacoli or Ustinov, Povetkin maybe, Derek Chisora, you know, fights like that. But the top guys, I don't know. I really don't know. I got to see some because Dillian White, he's rough and he has a punch, you know, great left hook. He's going to be bigger than Usyk. I don't know if Usyk has the power to stop Dillian White. I mean, so far, the only person that did that was Joshua, right? Oscar Rivas has some pop and didn't stop Dillian White, even though he hurt him. Joseph Parker has pop, couldn't stop Dillian White, you know, came close in the 12th round. You know, you look at Andy Ruiz, he's not the tallest, but he's veteran, he's skilled, he has power. Luis Ortiz is a very dangerous fight. And these are the guys just below being champions or former champions, you know. Dominic Brazil, even that would be a tough fight. You're dealing with all that weight and stuff. I got to see how guys respect his power, because to me, again, he just doesn't look that big. You guys let me know if I'm tripping or what you feel in the comment section. But as far as I'm concerned, I think it was real premature what old media was talking about, saying he was the next Holyfield and Wilder is his easiest fight and he'll beat Wilder. You know, the stuff Tony Bellew was talking about, you know, you even have fans saying he'll beat Joshua and maybe even Fury, and all the heavyweights need to watch out. I don't know. I'm not really seeing it. Let me know what you guys think. What will be the success rate of Usyk in the new division? Again, you got to throw the cruiserweight stuff out the window, because cruiserweight's his own division, respects to what he did there, but it's just a different ball game. One punch can really lean you in the heavyweight division, and I don't know if guys will respect his power. He doesn't have no crazy defense to me. He has foot speed, he's intelligent, experienced. Even though he beat Joe Joyce in the amateurs, Daniel Dubois, Joe Joyce, that's another tough fight, fighting the winner. So I got to see a bit more from Usyk at a high level. And you know, even I'm saying to be safe, fight Chisora. That's not really the fight I'm checking for. You know, I want to see him fight one of the top guys if he really feels good about it. But his weight, he almost looks like Jose Cito Lopez, who when he fought Canelo Alvarez, yeah, he ballooned up and, you know, made the weight limit, but it didn't look like good weight. You know, it looked like he just ate and put on pounds. And I don't know. It doesn't look like Usyk is in crazy shape. I want to see how you deal with like, let's say Andy Ruiz cracks you to the body. It doesn't look like he would be able to withstand something like that. You know, Joshua cracking you to the body, Wilder hitting you with the headshot. He looked too little to me. But let me know what you guys think. Does Usyk have the skills to win a title? Right now, there's only 2 people, possibly 3, Wilder, Fury winner, and Joshua. And I don't see him getting the title through any of them based on, he's also been inactive and injured too. You know, so if his body's breaking up, he's getting a little bit older. You know, he had a couple tough fights, Tony Bellew and the World Boxer Super Series, Michael Hunter fight. I think those put some mileage on him. He had a long amateur career. So with his age, he about probably 31, 32. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think there's a lot of people in old media just quick to anoint people. Like Lomachenko had 5-6 fights. They said he's better than Muhammad Ali or equivalent in any way. And they said that Vasyl Lomachenko is could beat Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather in his prime and all this weird stuff. I don't know. I guess I view boxing differently than a lot of people, because Lomachenko, his buddy, right when he stepped up in competition and fought guys that were about his size or bigger, because he was kind of a weight bully and he was noticeably bigger than the guys at featherweight and 130, you know, a lot of the guys he fought. But when he got to 35, guys were about his size, maybe even a little bit bigger, and his fights have been tougher. Luke Campbell was a tougher fight. He couldn't get Pedraza out of there, right? Even though Gervonta Tank Davis did, right? He got dropped by Jorge Linares. So I think boxing media and writers, they got to study, and a lot of the fans, because they're just quick to anoint people. Again, I don't hear nobody screaming Usyk will beat Wilder, even though Wilder's coming off of a loss. At this current point, I still don't hear nobody saying that. And judging from this video, I don't know that he could do it. But let me know what you guys think. Also, subscribe to ESPN. They have a ton of original series and docuseries. They got one on Bruce Lee, Lance Armstrong, Dennis Rodman, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa. They got originals and archive fights, boxing and UFC, both, if you want to catch up on that. You can get ESPN Plus as a standalone app, where you can bundle it. ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All three apps, one price, $12.99 a month. Let me know what you think of Usyk's future. Do you regret some of the comments that I know some of you guys were making, saying that he could beat Wilder? Do you still believe that? Do you still believe he'll beat Joshua? Me, I gotta see more, because so far I wasn't impressed with the Chaz Tablespoon, and then just visually looking at him, I understand he's just having fun and pandemic and stuff. He just doesn't look that big. So I don't know about him having a Holyfield run at heavyweight. Holyfield is a real legend, and I've had the pleasure of interviewing him a few times, you know. Let me know what you guys think of Usyk's success at heavyweight. Who should he fight? Who should he stay away from? Can he become a champion? Answer all that in the comment section. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego. Signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.